Hello and welcome to another commentary gameplay video. Today we are taking a look at the top 4 game of the Wave 2 that took place in Hokkaido, Japan the last weekend. As I mentioned, we are watching the top 4 game between the blue Nami from OP03 against a new OP09 leader in Martial Teach, the Blackbeard, which we just saw here. For those of you who do not know what the Blackbeard leader does, I also prepared the translations for you. So yeah, as we can see, it's a 5000 black mono black leader, which has the effect that your on-play effects are negated, and activate main. You may trash one card from your hand, and if you do this, your opponent's on-play effects are negated until the end of your opponent's next turn. As we continue through the game, I will show you, or maybe I will pause here real quick and give you some translations on the cards we see here. For example, the card on the left, this is the Blackbeard Searcher. It's a 1-cost 1000 power card, activate main. You may rest one of your Don cards, so you pay 1, and then you can look at the top 5 cards and reveal up to 1 Blackbeard Pirates type card and add it to your hand. Then we also have the stage here. It's a 1-cost stage, and you can activate it the same as the German Kingdom stage, so you trash one card from your hand and rest the stage, and then you look at the 3 cards from the top of your deck. You reveal up to 1 Blackbeard Pirates type card and it to your hand, and the rest will be bottom decked in any order you like. And then we also have an event card here, which is the Black Hole event. It's a 4-cost event main, so you can just activate this in your turn. If your leader has the Blackbeard Pirates type, negate the effect of up to one of your opponent's characters during this turn, and then if that character has a 4-cost or less, you KO it. And the trigger is that you negate the effect of up to one of your opponent's leader or character cards during this turn. So, could be a card that could come into clutch right against Nami, shutting off the ability, but I think let me just also present you the star of the deck, or like the card you want to see, with the Martial Teach, 10-cost character, 12,000 power unit. It's a blocker, and it has the activate main once per turn effect. If your leader has the Blackbeard Pirates type, and this character was played on this turn, negate the effect of up to one of your opponent's leader during this turn. Then negate the effect of up to one of your opponent's characters, and that character cannot attack until the end of your opponent's next turn. So essentially you are stopping, for example, Nami to win if they mill their cards to 0 in this turn. So this is a pretty good tool, I think, to have against Nami, but let's see, and let's get back into the game and see if they decide to keep this hand or mulligan it away, and also how, just the game looks like. So for Nami's side, we got 2 Sanji's Pilaf here, we got a Gavel with the alt art illustration right here, and we also got a Snake Dance as well as the Rush Usurp. I think the Rush Usurp is a really good card to have, right? It's just sometimes when your opponent aggressively counters out of attacks, you just have this additional rush swing to be maybe able to mill some cards, which could come into clutch, right? Now we're waiting for the first turn to be played. Not quite sure who's going first. I think as a Nami you would prefer to go second, I would say, just to mess up a little bit with the Blackbeard curve. So yeah, Blackbeard goes first. He plays down the stage immediately, drops 1 black hole into the trash, and then searches. I think it was a little bit fast here, sorry for that, but I think he searched for just another searcher card here, right? 1 cost. On the other side, we see for 2 Don, 2-cost blocker, which has the on KO effect that you draw 1 card. Yeah, so it's a blocker, 0 power, and then on KO, you draw a card. Back to the Blackbeard, we are now at 3 Dons. He uses again his stage to grab himself the Searcher event, right? So yeah, here we have the translation for the card. It's a 1-cost Searcher event. You look at 3 cards from the top of your deck, you reveal up to 1 Blackbeard Pirates type card and add this to your hand, and then you trash the rest card. So this is also a card which fills your trash, which is essentially useful for the, I would say, the second star of the deck, kind of, in the 4-cost 5000 power Jesus Burgess. This character cannot be KO'd by your opponent's effect, which is really good, right? You just have like a always Savo effect on your character. And then you also, if your leader has the Blackbeard Pirates type character, this card gains 1000 power for every 4 cards in your trash. So yeah, at a late game when you have like 12, 16 cards in trash, this card is like an 8-9k power unit, which cannot be KO'd by effects, which is pretty strong. But yeah, let's go back to the game. We see with the searcher event, he has the option for like a check is discarded for the Jesus Burgess and also the 2 cost, I think it was the dog Q, which we saw here, right? So this is a 2 cost, 0 cost, 0 power unit. Activate main, you may rest this character, and if your leader has the Blackbeard Pirates type, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 1 or less. And additionally, on KO you draw a card. So this is really a nice little tool to have in the Blackbeard card. I would imagine he gets the Jesus Burgess, right? Just to have a body to play next turn. Let's see what he decides to. Yeah, takes the Jesus Burgess and then trashes all the remaining cards. And he also, sorting his discard pile in piles of 4, helping the viewer and us to track the 1000 power gained with the Jesus Burgess. Then we saw some interesting play here with the searcher. He got to look at his top 5. There was a 10 cost Martially Teach there, but he decides to grab the searcher event. I think just to be able to further fill up his trash, right? So this Jesus Burgess is like a really strong swinger into Nami. I think that was the motivation behind grabbing the searcher event there. And then we see a 5k swing. Nami decides to block with the blocker. And okay, my bad, it's not draw 1 card, you rather trash the top card of your deck, right? So that's what happened right there. It's Nami's turn, back to 4 down. He just played Agasanji's Pilaf, drawed 2 cards and then passed over with 1 on open. I think he has a Gable in hand, so he is able to counter out by 4k if it's necessary. So here we are using the 1 cost event again. Then he grabs, I think it was a 2k grab, right? Sorry, it was a little bit. Let's go back to the turn. So now we're at 5 dons here. He first used the stage to trash the stage to get a dog Q. Then for 1 he plays the searcher event and grabbing probably 2k here. Let me just quickly show you the translation for this card as well. So yeah, the card that he grabbed is the Shiryu 2000 power. Like this is just essentially a 2k counter, right? It also has the effect when attacking in Don X1, you may trash 2 cards and then you get to draw 2 cards. So cycling a little bit your cards in hand, but usually you use it as a 2 card counter or fodder for your leader effect, right? So let's go back to the game. And I think for the remaining 4 down, you should play the Jesus Burgess, I would assume. He could also attach the 4 dons and then swing a 9k, right? But yeah, we see a 5k swing into Nami. And Nami will counter out with a giant gavel, trashing all stars and trashing all the top 2 cards from the hand. Just continues to, getting further to her win condition, which is reaching a deck with 0 cards. Back to Nami, we see 3 don getting rested to play Sanji. Then he plays a Kaya to draw 2 and trash 2. He trashed a Snake Dance and I think it was also All-Star, right? And passes back with 2 don open. And now we are back at the Blackbeard turn with 7 don right now. So yeah, he is starting off I think with the searcher effect of his the searcher he has on field, right? I'm also wondering why the Nami didn't swung into the searcher when he first used it. And again, he is grabbing the 1 cost searcher event, just to fill the trash even more, that the Jesus Burgess is a much more threatening character. Here we see it. Picks immediately another Jesus Burgess off the searcher, and then uses the stage to get rid of a dog Q, looks at his top 3, and he grabs discard all we haven't checked yet. So this is the stronger. It's also a 2k card essentially. It also has the activate main, you may trash 1 card from your hand and trash this character. And if your leader is the Blackbeard Pirates type, you draw 1 card, and then you can -2 on one of your opponent's characters. So -2 to the cost. That's what he decided to grab here. And then he has 5 dons remaining, right? Maybe it's a 6k swing, and then another Jesus Burgess is getting played, I guess. 6k here. He decides to play the Rubber Band, which says +2k power, and then you may trash 1 card from the top of your deck. Trashing a Kaya here, this is usually something that hurts. Then he swing with the birches. He's now 1, 2, 3. He's now 8k unit because he has 13 cards in trash here. So 8k with the birches into Nami. Nami decides to take it. Then we see a Desert Spada trigger, which is a really good trigger. It's like draw 2, trash 1 from your hand. So this is really, really good overall. We're seeing a Snake Dance getting discarded by Nami. And then the Desert Spada from the life also to trash. And then for 4, there will be another Jesus Burgess Blade. And we also saw that the Blackbeard discarded a Finger Pistol, saying that the opponent is not able to play any on-play effects during their opponent's turn. So this means no Kayas can be played, which could slow the Nami a little bit down. Okay, but now we see a 5k swing into the Searcher. Yeah, this is knocked out here. Then we're seeing Sanji's Pilaf getting played for 3 Don. For another Don, he will play the Searcher Nami. This is also a new Nami. Let me get the translation up really quick. So the Nami that was just played here is the new OP09 Nami. It's the alt art card also. It's a 1-cost 1000 power unit, and when attacking you look at 5 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 blue event and add it to your hand. Then you place the rest at the bottom of your deck. So essentially, yeah, you're cherry picking which is the best event you would need in the next situations. Also stacking your top deck or like your bottom deck for the late game. Overall pretty good card, and it's also acting like a soft blocker, I would say, because when this card is rested, your opponent usually swings into it because you usually you don't want that you get more than 1 use out of this card. So really good. Yeah, new card in OP09, which buffs Nami even further. Quick reminder for everybody, there is a 1k subscriber giveaway I posted on my X Twitter account. So there is a really big giveaway in my opinion, where you can win some One Piece finalist cards from the offline regionals. You can also win an Enchanted Lorcana card with the Ursula, and also some Pokemon merchandise like a deck box from Hawaii or a playmat from Yokohama Worlds, as well as a booster box of Stellar Crown, as well as some Espeon sleeves. If you want to participate, the giveaway will run until the 24th of November. I will then announce the winner in the comment. Please check it out. Subscribe to my socials like YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter, and retweet, like, and comment this post. And then you are eligible for the drawing on the 24th of November. So yeah, I hope you participate in it, and thank you for your help so far. And yeah, I hope, if not already done, please subscribe to my channel and yeah, participate in the giveaway. And yeah, I really hope that you are enjoying my content so far. Let's get back to the game. We got 4 Don open for Nami, and then a pass to the Blackbeard turn. So I think now we are at 1 Don here. Should be 10 Don already? Are we at 8 Don? Could also be 8. Let me pause real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Don turn for the Blackbeard went first, makes sense. We see, let me quickly give you the translation for this card as well. So let me quickly give you the translation for this card here as well. This is the Von Orgua. So it's a 5-cost 6000 power unit with 1k power counter. And then activate main. You may rest this character, and if your leader has the Blackbeard Pirates type, give up to one of your opponent's characters -3 cost during this turn. So it's also like like a slightly worse Laboon, kind of, because it's just like -3. But on the other side, he also has a on KO effect, which is a draw 1 card, which is really good. And it's also a nice statted body overall. So that's what he grabbed with the stage, by discarding, I think, the stronger here. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 piles of 4. So this means our Jesus Birches are now like 2 9k bodies, right? It's now 9k, 9k here, which is pretty strong. I think 9k is a good number to swing into a Nami. Maybe a 10 would be better, but let's see. We see a 9 swing with the Blackbeard leader into Nami. Probably playing a White Snake and then a 4k event, right? Yeah, for 2 we're seeing a White Snake, so we are now a 6k leader. He's drawing another card. And then we see a 2k Arpis. And then there is the Rubber Band, another 2k. So we are now 10k and counter this effect. And with the Rubber Band, we also trash the top card of our deck. And then we are swinging 10 into Nami. Nami is deciding to take this card. And I think there is some, I think 1 card went to the bottom. And then we see 11k swing into Nami. This is also something that the Nami player decides to take. I think it was a trigger. He's still deciding to his hand. And yeah, it's the, let me check, it's the Giant Gavel trigger. And the Giant Gavel says return up to 1 character with a cost of 4 or less to the owner's hand. Which means that, yeah, he decides that one of these Jesus Birches went back to the hand of the Blackbeard. And then for 2 he plays the Dog Q, which we just saw, rested this card, and then KO'd the Searcher Nami with 1 cost, right? And now I think he also uses his leader effect by trashing the Von Orgo he just searched, filling up his trash even further. And I think, yeah, now it's good to have this ability, right? You're just preventing the Nami by playing their Kayas down, which is pretty good. And yeah, now we're back to Nami. We had 10 Don now. Could be now a Usopp, Rush Engl maybe, yeah. So here we see 4 Dons are attached under the Usopp, and then 4 Dons, so it's a 9k swing into life, which is really, really good. But I think Blackbeard player has the potential counter in hand, right? He has at least the Shiruya and also the stronger 2k, and I think there's also 1k. I think he overcounted that a little bit, right? Ah no, it's like a 2k, then 3 1ks. Yeah, but I think you have to get rid of this attack, right? Because otherwise the Nami would mill top 7 from the deck, which would be just super, yeah, just game winning almost. Back to the Blackbeard, he uses his stage, grabbing probably the, was it a 10 cost Martial Teach in there? Laboon, stage, and what was the 3rd card here? Can't quite tell. It's the 2 cost vanilla blocker. Maybe he grabs this one. Yeah. Decides to get this card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 power increase for the Birches. So Jesus Birches is now a 10k body, which is pretty strong. He also has the Black Hole in hand, which could get rid of the Usopp if he decides to do this, right? And I think that's what he is trying to do here with the 4 Don already put aside. Now he's debating how to swing properly. I would imagine you get rid of the Usopp and also get rid of the Kaya by resting the Dog Q. But let's see. 2 Don open for the Nami player. He starts with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 10k swing into the Nami, right? 10k, Nami player decides to take it. Got another White Snake. Oh, interesting. He decides 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11k swing into Nami. That's an interesting swing. So for 2, he played a White Snake. He went to 6k and also, yeah, took this live. But it was the All-Stars effect as a trigger, which is perfect because you can't play it otherwise, and the trigger is draw 2 cards, which is pretty huge. But on the other side, the Nami is at 0 life, which is not the best spot you want to be in, right? And as we saw here, Dog Q kills the Kaya, and then the Black Hole kills the Usopp, and he used his leader effect to trash the blocker, so no on-play effect yeah, can go through. And now I'm thinking he has no cards in hand, right? 0 cards in hand. For Nami side, we see a Margaret getting played, which is on play, you draw a card, and it's like a blocker you have. So yeah, he starts by drawing the card and using his leader or stage. Gets the 10 cost here, and I think that's what you usually want to grab, right? You grabbing the 10 cost to play it out. Then you swing a 5 and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the Birch is 11k buddy. So really swing hard. And I think there you also saw from this decision in the early game by taking the Searcher event, filling up the trash really fast, which was I think the best thing you could do. I think in this way, in this yeah, scenario, you take your 10 cost Martial Teach here. Yep, that's what he did. And for 10, he plays it down. Then he says that the leader effect is negated, and then this character can attack. And I think the leader effect is just negated until the opponent's turn, right? Let me take a look again. So, Martial Teach. If your leader has a Blackbeard Pirates type and this character was played through this turn, negate the effect of up to one of your opponent's leader during this turn. Okay, so just this turn, Nami can win. And then you negate the effect of up to one of your opponent's characters, and that character cannot attack until the end of your next turn. I think that shuts also off the blocker aspect of this card, right? So this means that this card is no blocker, I would imagine. So yeah, we see a 5k swing into Nami. Probably plays a white snake, right? Just using a white snake to draw a card, buff your leader. And then there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11k swing, which you can get out with a Mellow and a Desert Spada. But let's see. 5k swing into life, and Nami player will probably play the white snake, right? No, he decides to play the Desert Spada. Interesting. So Desert Spada plus 2k, and then you get to look at the top 3 cards and put them under or the deck or over on top, but he decides to put them on the deck, and then there's a 2k Kaya used here, right? Yeah, 11k swing, so 2k already with the Kaya, so we are now at 7. Then you should do like a white snake for 8, right? Usually you should do your white snake first, because you get to draw off a card with the white snake, seeing more options from the deck. I would start with the white snake first. Yep, so 2 for white snake. So now we are at 6, 7, 8. Still needs 4k power more. And then for the he draw into the white snake here. And then for 2, we're using the white snake, buffing us by 4k, and also returning the blocker Margaret into our hand. Yeah, and I think now the on-play effects can be activated again for Nami player, right? So plays the Margaret down, on-play draws a card. I think last turn he couldn't play it. Then another Margaret, getting to draw another card. And I think now he's passing with 4 on open, not swinging into live at all. That's unnecessary. We're seeing the stage getting played, trashing another card, grabbing the 2k Shibuya here, so 1 card in hand, so it's a 2k. And yeah, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Burgess is still a 11k swing, right? And I think now it's getting interesting. So now we are seeing a 12k swing with the Burgess into Nami. Should be a easy block, I would say. We just block this, right? No, he decides to use the Giant Gavel, 4k, so we are now at 9k. Trashing the top 2, trashing the All-Stars. Using a Arpis 2k and also another 2k event to get out of this attack. So 4 rubber bands, so 9, 11 and then 13k to get out of this 12k attack. Then we see a 13k swing into Nami. I mean, now you should definitely block, right? No need to. He using the Nami to buff himself to 6k and then blocks with Margaret. And now we are seeing a 8k swing. We are now seeing an 8k swing with the, no, not the 8k, it's a 9, 10, 12k swing. But I'm wondering, why don't you swing, because Nami doesn't have Don up, right? This means that now he would need physical counter cards in hand. If he just has events, he bricks, so you could also do like a 6k with your leader, right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the Docker Q. You could also swing, instead of 12k here, you could have swung 6-6, right? Meaning that, yeah, your opponent would also need 1 physical counter card. And because he doesn't have it, would immediately won the Blackbeard player the game. But let's continue here real quick. So, yeah. And then he also opts to play his, use his leader effect, dropping this card. So this means no on-play effects are being able to getting played by the Nami player. We see 4 Love Melons and 1 Sanji's Pilaf here. And I think he will play Sanji's Pilaf, probably. Let's see, yeah, for 3 he will play the Sanji's Pilaf, drawing 2 more cards. And what did he draw? 2 Desert Spada. Interesting. Really interesting situation. Now we have 7 Dawn left. Yeah, and I think that's pretty fine. He swings 6 with the Nami, being able to trash another card with the leader effect, right? Perfect. And then 1, 2, 3, 6 Dawn open for the Nami player. But now I don't know if he's able to get out of, let's say, he puts all Dawn under the Blackbeard, swings 22k. Not quite sure if the Nami player has the power to, yeah. Okay, so now we're seeing another, 10 cost getting searched by the stage. he plays it down, negating the effect of the Nami player, which is pretty strong. So this means when Nami is now going to 0, he is not able to win the game. Yeah, and now we just saw 2 Desert Sparta getting played, +2/+2, and another Love Mellow for 4, so 8k, getting out of the 12k attack. Then we are seeing, let me calculate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so it's another 12k swing with the Jesus Burgess, which is just insane. We are seeing a, yeah, I think a Love Mellow, but then he doesn't have any, yeah, Don left, and the Blackbeard player wins. I think that was a really close game, right? I think it was really good or clutch that he drew into the 10-cost Martial Teach at the end. But yeah, I think overall pretty interesting game. Being able to have the opportunity to shut down your opponent's leader effect, so Nami is not able to draw or win the game when they are milling themselves by countering out of attacks, right? Is pretty huge. So yeah, I really enjoyed this game. I hope you are as well. And if not already done, please subscribe to the channel. Would really mean a lot to me and would help me grow as a content creator, and also, yeah, keep pushing and putting out videos to enjoy and entertain you. So yeah, if not already done, please click the little subscribe button below. And if not already done, also I commented the top 16 game and the top 8 game of this championship, as well as the last championship. It's also on my YouTube channel, where we saw Blackbeard against Shanks or Pluto Flamingo against Shanks, really cool decks. So please feel free to check these out as well. And yeah, I hope you're having a good day, and I hope to see you on the next video. The finals will come tomorrow. So thank you very much, and see you around. Bye.